cinematography is an important, crucial part in making an actual film engaging, visually appealing, and aesthetically enticing. And the simple thing that might be asking to help all of that is what inspires you and makes you want to become creative and starts giving you ideas. And that's where something that I didn't realize, watching something that inspires me, of even a film on Netflix, what are those things that really encourages you and helps you become in that creative space? For me, it's the sound of when I'm on getting the studio set up and the lightings and everything, and I just have the gapper's tape and I just tear it, and there's some satisfaction that I get out of it that just really makes me excited. And that's the big part in just filmmaking, and even if it's a short film, or even if it's just you wanting to produce a few nice looking clips and enjoy and just experiment with, from the idea of, okay, I have this idea in my head, how do I actually reproduce it and to apply it in camera? And how I do that to make it for shot components is just use a pencil and a piece of paper. It's just really easy to have that creativity that you can erase it and just draw a little box, a rectangle, and then draw how you envision to see your scene. My little short video that I did in the beginning, and that really helped me to go through and what shots do I want and how do I envision this storytelling. But the overall fundamentals that's important in the cinematography world, there's a whole list of different things: lighting, aperture, there's different ways that you write your scripts, forming your structures and getting everything set, and it can be extremely overwhelming. One of the things that really helped me a lot was just simply going in a dark room at night, just in one of the bedrooms, and having one light, and seeing how that one light, even with your phone light, moving around one subject, and just you're getting your eyes used to how light interacts with shadows. And that may be a simple thing, but it's a really important, crucial aspect of just working with light and producing something that looks aesthetically pleasing. Most of the times, a lot of the lights that's being cinematically shot is normally shot really soft light. Just in general, they're using bounce lights or different reflectors to soften the light. So with just different camera components, most people would overlook these things and think, well, I really need to have the best tripod out there. I need to have an amazing slider camera, or I need another person. But oftentimes you can still get away with getting some amazing shots with a tripod, like sliding your camera on a table, and just some simple things like that can definitely really improve your image. Color grade is really going to help just with how your colors come to play. Even if you don't hardly color grade or understand how to use it, it's something that's not as scary, and you can go extremely deep into it, or you can go on the base level and still produce some really good looking images with just an entry level camera as well. Let's go get some water.
This looks like a perfect spot. We gotta get some of the lawns. Oh, snap.
Water that we got from the creek. Just know that Camera Bamboo buys and sells different types of camera gear. So if you have camera gear you want to sell, upgrade, it's definitely the place to do. We provide a free shipping label that's fully insured, and you get to sell your camera gear. If you're looking to buy, just use the code CAMERA, and the discount link is down below in the description. Now let's get back to the video. In the terms of how am I going to color grade this and color this, start thinking in terms of what is the story itself? What is it trying to tell? Is once you know that is an emotional story, is it something that's very lighthearted? That will also depend on how I color my images. And you can really go in depth into harsher color grading where it's more contrast and it's darker, or maybe it's where it's brighter if it's more uplifting. So aspect ratio, what is aspect ratio and what does that even mean? And there's kind of standard ratios that you can get into in just the cinema world. They're normally cropped slightly, and there's different ratios you can look into. Not necessarily the biggest thing and scariest thing to realize, but it does have a really big impact on taking your maybe film or short film from looking, hey, this looks really good, to wow, this actually starts to look a little bit more like a film. So sound design is a really big thing, just on a beginner basic level of the best thing that I would even say is just record audio as close with your mic, as close as you can to your subject. General to produce really good sounding crisp audio that will enhance your video tremendously. Everyone understands depth of field, but oftentimes there's a lot of shots that's not blown out completely in the background just in form of storytelling and how that's being used. Now, I do understand with depth of field, we have lenses, the cinema lenses, that can go down to f1.8 or even lower 1.2, but just think, what are the directors actually using? Oftentimes, they're not always having every single scene blown out with a blurred out background. Just know that these directors have full access to top of the line of the lenses. They can blur the background out as much as they want or as little. So the option for them is unlimited, basically. So just know that even having a manual focus Mica 35mm, which is on this camera, that's $50, you can still produce some really appealing looking images just with how you choose to use your depth of field. And it doesn't have to be the most expensive lens out there. Use the things that inspire you to help you be creative, and do not be afraid to fail or to have different challenges. We're all in a learning progressive phase.